Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. It's Irad, and today we are going to talk about Star Citizen of 4.0.1 still in PTU, but oh boy, the fixes keep on coming, and it's really hard to keep track, especially since the very first patch had 109 corrections. So in today's video, I've made a compilation of the best of these corrections so that you can really expect, you can know what to expect when it comes to some of the changes that were needed the most. Also, don't forget that we got a giveaway this month. I'm giving away a Mirai Guardian. You can subscribe to the channel and comment to any videos posted this month. 10 comments will be picked into the wheel of names. For guaranteed entries, you can become a Patreon or YouTube members, and you can also have additional entries if you enter your name on Discord in the dedicated session. Good luck to everyone. So let's move on now to the best fixes of Star Citizen of 4.0.1, and I think that this one here is really important. They fixed an issue causing players to get stuck and loading at 0 entities for a very long period of time and then time out. That's great. Lots of you guys, including myself, been stuck into the opening loading screen, and that's probably because of this issue. So the devs at CIG have figured it out, and it is now fixed. Lending services here. Players will have lending services available initially, but lose access shortly after opening the lending services app. It's extremely frustrating. You know, you just land, you want to refuel, for example, and you have to press F1 so many times. You have to press the Mobi-Glass button so many times, and then eventually it's going to stay for a couple of seconds. You have just enough time to click and it will disappear again. Super annoying. It's fixed. That's really good to see. Next, players can desync and appear as invisible to other players. This could explain why in yesterday's video the French gentleman that I killed could not see where I was shooting him from. I was right next to him, and he was like screaming, "Where is he coming from?" Anyway, it's very funny. Go check it out, yesterday's video. Maybe I was invisible. That could have explained why. But anyway, it's fixed, and that's really good to see. Players encounter repositioning player message at odd times. Oh my god, this one is super annoying. Usually it's like in hangars when you're just minding your own business in the hangar, and for some reasons another player gets assigned the same hangar as you, and then you get that message and you are sent back to the station. The problem is that the message is stuck and you can't do anything. The only thing that you can do is log out and start the game again. Super annoying. It's getting a fix in 4.0.1. Let's talk about New Babbage now. New Babbage, which has been a problem for a couple of patches now, especially in the New Babbage starport. Well, turns out that the medium hangar door is no longer obstructed. That's very good. Also, if you are somewhat interested in garage, well, the garage door at New Babbage starport can now open. Also, speaking of stations and hangars and elevators, well, the elevator doesn't move to hangar when the hangar button is pressed. That was in the Stanton system. This is also fixed. We're still staying in the Stanton system here with outpost airlocks. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I have been to every single outpost in the Stanton system. I have not seen this issue, but it seems that for some people it's still persisting. So doors on outposts will be opening from now on. This is fixed, and I think it should be fixed for good. The same goes for asteroid bases. Apparently, asteroid bases airlock were not cycling, but with the latest update, they will be. Now let's talk about the chat. The chat is very important in 4.0, especially in the Paro system, so you can talk to other people and maybe share your intentions. Are you hostile or not, right? Are you going to reassure the people that you're not going to kill them so that they don't kill you? That's super important, but the chat is not working, and as a result, the policy for most people is just shoot on sight and ask questions later, right? Well, maybe if we have a working chat, this is no longer going to be the case. It's fixed in 4.0.1. Then let's talk about missions. Support attack ships here. Well, the mission does not complete despite all AI ships being eliminated. I have not seen this issue, but I assume that it must be very frustrating. You waste 10 minutes of your time to finish a mission, you think you won, and then it just does not update, right? Back into Pyro Frontier Outpost. Locations, AI turrets, and missile turrets found that hostile outposts will now be firing at the player. So no more going to a Xenothreat outpost and thinking that everything is fine until you get shot by local NPCs. The turrets will be firing at you. Also, still talking about Frontier Outpost, building as environments are slow to stream on arrival. I've seen that many times, as I've been to every location in Paro as well. I've got a video of that on the channel, by the way, every location. It's a 2-hour video, like a visual guide of everything that can be seen in a Paro system. Go check it out on the channel as well. That's what you see the footage from, by the way. And it's good to see that now this is going to be streaming from further away. That's good. The fix on the issue that was preventing missions' primary objectives from showing up. I see that. I saw that today when I was playing in a stand system. I was trying to do some bounty hunting missions. I didn't know where to go. Luckily, the name the name of the place was in the description, so I could use the map. But let's say the mission took you to a cave, for example, something that does not have a place on the map, then that's just impossible to go to these locations. Next, talking about inventory here, equipped items were not selectable or highlighted until hovering the cursor over an inventory window. This is not the case anymore, so equipping items now should be a little bit easier. They also fixed a couple of locations here, especially for missions, for bounty hunting missions. Maybe you've noticed that some of your bounties were hiding in the armistice zones at outposts. Well, this should not be the case anymore, and that's really good. Super annoying, right? But the fun part is that if they are in the armistice zone, they can shoot at you, but you can't shoot at them. Well, they would not be hiding in the armistice zone anymore. Good thing here. Annunciator panels are constantly beeping. You know, you hear that beep, 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 beep. It's super annoying. Apparently, this was fixed. Oh, good riddance here. This bug was really, really one of the worst, I think. Next, let's talk about Maker's Point. This is a derelict outpost. Not really derelict, but it's like some kind of settlement, right, on Hurston. Well, before you could not buy anything at the commodity kiosk. It was just not working. It was broken. Well, it has been fixed, so now you can buy your RMC at Maker's Point. Speaking of storage and kiosk UI here, there used to be a transparent box that was overlapping and it was using transaction confirmation screen when trying to complete hauling mission. Well, this is also gone. Cargo hauling missions now also will have visible cargo in the freight elevator kiosk at pickup location, so you don't need to worry about your cargo not being visible. Next, let's talk about quantum travel here, and if you have ships inside your ships or vehicles inside your vehicles, they would no longer be left behind when you transition authority between servers. Medical rescue beacons should have a mission marker now, as of the live servers. If somebody wants to be rescued, well, yeah, you can take the mission, except that there's no marker, so you have no idea where they are. The best thing you can do is to try to talk to them, but if the chat is broken, then there's really no way you can help the people who need to be rescued. It's also fixed. If you have a cutter, well, you will be able to put your 2 SU cargo containers on it, which was not the case before. It was just, you could put inside, but they were not on the cargo grid. Also, the cockpit inner thought button interactions were overlapping with the MFD after being initially hovered with, so that's also a nice fix. Ships used to despawn in front of players at locations. It's not the case anymore. And finally, this one is maybe the best of all, right? There used to be a message that said that they were unable to deal with requests at this time when you were getting a ship, and there was no timeout fail, which means that when you were getting this issue, you were getting this issue for every single ship, and basically you were stuck. You would not be able to call any ship. This is also fixed. It's awesome that we're getting some of those most game-breaking bugs fixed in 4.0.1. So there we have it, guys. That is a best of some of the best fixes coming with 4.0.1. If there are other fixes that you have noticed that I've not mentioned in the video, please let me know in the comment section down below. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel furthermore, you can also become a Patreon and YouTube member. Any help there is much appreciated. A big shout out to Dr. Frobin, Zero Crusher, Shadow Rise, and Doki to Docker. I've been Irad, and I'll see you guys in the next one.